Getting your first customer is a moment you will never forget. For me, it felt incredible. I finally built something real, something of value. But I will be honest, the path to my first customer wasn't smooth at all. In fact, I made a lot of mistakes along the way. And if I could go back, I would do a few things very differently. In 2015, I was still in college, trying to figure out what to do with my basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I wasn't actually looking for clients, but one day a friend referred me to someone who needed a website for their business. This was my chance, and without giving it much thought, I said yes. Back then, I think I was the only person in my inner circle who knew how to code, and that helped quite a lot to land my first client. And even today, if you got a skill set that helps other businesses to reach more people or to grow, you can pretty easily get your first client. At this point, I really had no idea what freelancing even meant. I didn't know how to price my work or how to communicate professionally or even how to set expectations. I just jumped in, and honestly, that's sometimes the best way to start. The project was for a vegetarian food company called Veggie Vega Trend. I spent weeks working on it, coding everything from scratch and even taking product photos myself. I did so much work, and at the end I only charged $400 or so. Considering the time and effort I have put into the project, I think I didn't even make minimum wage. It felt like I had massively undervalued myself. But to be honest, at the same time, I didn't even know how to charge more. But what I did gain was experience. The website became a portfolio starter, and word of mouth referrals started coming in. I built 2 to 3 more small websites, which eventually landed me my first part-time job as a front-end developer. The $400 I earned wasn't life-changing, but it helped me to build a portfolio, and it also helped me to gain confidence. Those early projects showed me the value of a portfolio. Each project made the next step easier. But before I show you how I got my first customer for my SaaS, here's a quick shout out from today's sponsor, Cloudways. Cloudways is a powerful and easy to use managed hosting service. So whether you're building a simple site or fully fledged SaaS applications, Cloudways makes sure your website is always up to speed, secure and scalable. So they handle all the server-side work like automatic backups, security and of course scalability. I've made a comparison between my current provider and Cloudways for my website, and turns out Cloudways is 10 times faster than my current provider, which is kind of crazy. If you need reliable, fast hosting with great performance, check out the link in the description to learn more about Cloudways. After working as a front-end developer for a few years, I learned quite a lot and expanded my knowledge on front-end development. And I wanted to build something for myself, not just for clients. In 2019, I started my SaaS called Resoume. Resoume is an AI-powered platform that helps you to create tailored resumes. The idea came from my own pain point. I hated how time-consuming it was to create resumes and tailor them to specific jobs. I wanted to automate the process and make it easier for others as well. Initially, I relied heavily on building in public, sharing the journey of creating resume on Instagram. Back then, building in public wasn't as common as it is now, so it helped me to stand out. People loved seeing the process, and that's how I landed my very first SaaS customer. Someone on Instagram saw my post and decided to pay to use the service. It kind of felt surreal, and I can still remember the name of my very first customer. And here's also the reason why I started to believe in Resoume. But then I hit a wall. Instagram shifted to stories back then, and I was still just posting images, which I love to do. But I didn't make the switch to short-form content. So while posting online got me some traction, it wasn't really sustainable. I launched Resoume on Product Hunt, Hacker News, on Reddit, and I got a lot of traction and attention. But I needed to explore other platforms to grow consistently. One key moment was launching Resoume on platforms like AppSumo and StackCommerce. These platforms provide massive exposure, but with a catch. They take a huge cut of each sale, and you can only sell lifetime deals, which isn't sustainable forever. But still, those platforms helped me to gain a lot of feedback on my product, to improve my product, and of course, get me new customers. Looking back, there are a few big mistakes I made along the way. First was quitting Instagram too early. While Instagram moved to stories and reels, I hesitated to adapt and completely ignored the rise of short-form content. And today, I regret that I didn't double down on content creation. Starting YouTube or creating short-form content back in 2019 could have massively amplified Resume's growth. At the end, people buy products from brands and creators they trust. The second regret is failing to build an audience. But instead of leveraging social media to build a long-term audience, I focused only on short-term gains. Platforms like YouTube and Instagram are critical for creating communities, building trust, and connecting with future customers. And the biggest lesson, build relationships and trust first. Sales will follow. Every first customer starts with a story. For me, it was building a website for a local business, which, by the way, is still online, which is kind of wild. I've put the link to the website in the description below if you want to check it out. I hope you have a great start in 2025 and land your first client. That's it from my side. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye.